Liam Livingstone. I think he would be the X factor for the England team. So hello guys, welcome to the another episode of CRICTIK, and I am here with another special guest, Tom Jones, who is the chairman at the junior cricket in Warrington CC, and he is also the founder of Cricket Coach 365. So hello sir, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm very well and very honoured to be part of your show. So thank you very much for the invitation and opportunity.
So, sir, now let's take this discussion further, and now let us talk about the England squad. So, England squad is front of my screen, and it's Ian Morgan who is captaining the team. Further, the team is Moeen Ali, Sam Billings, Josh Butler, Tom Curran, Liam Livingstone, Tymal Mills, Jason Roy, Chris Fox, Johnny Bairstow, Chris Jordan, David Malan, Adil Rashid, David Willie, Mark Wood, and there are two reserves, Liam Davson and James Vince. So what do you feel about the squad? Is it a strong squad, or it should be more strong than like what it is now?
I think it's the strongest squad of those players that are available for England. So I think it's quite an experienced team with many of the players in the squad captains of their franchise or captains of their county. So they're an experienced bunch with a couple of players who've got that X factor, either with bat in hand or ball in hand. So despite a few obvious people missing, I think it's the best squad that England could hope to have available.
Yeah, perfectly, sir. So, as you mentioned that the players are missing, so now let us talk about the players who are missing. First of all, let us talk about Jofra Archer. Such a big blow for England. Like, no Jofra Archer in the team, who gives the pace depth to the team. So, sir, please tell the impact of on the team for not having Jofra Archer.
Well, I think you've said it very well already, but I think that they found a replacement for that kind of extra pace in Tymal Mills, and I think that he had an absolutely fantastic summer, especially in the 100
Yeah,
tournament, and he bowls very quickly, probably not quite as quick as Archer, but certainly consistently 90 miles an hour, and he's probably got a much better control of the ball when it comes to mystery slow balls. So I think Archer will be missed, but I think Mills is a fantastic replacement.
okay, perfectly said, sir. So now let us talk about Ben Stokes, who can't be replaced by any player because he is such a legend. So, what are your views on Ben Stokes missing T20 World Cup?
Well, any team that misses Ben Stokes is going to be a team that is slightly weaker than with him in it. However, you mentioned Liam Livingston in the introduction, and I think that Livingston, if he even gets to 90%, 80% of the form that he showed earlier in the season in the UK for the 100 and the T20 Blast, he is going to be on fire. I know he didn't have the greatest second half of the IPL,
Yeah,
but he's not just about his batting, and he's also a very competent spin bowler.
yeah.
So I think that whilst he's not yet proven, and he's certainly not Ben Stokes, he still is a very exciting player and one well worth watching out for in the World Cup.
Okay, okay, sir. So, sir, now let's talk about another all-rounder missing. That is Sam Curran, who got injured in the second leg of the IPL. So, it's also a very big blow. He's a youngster, and we know the way he balls and the kind of fearless batting he does. So, what do you think, sir? It will impact because he's replaced by his brother Tom Curran, who is a bowling all-rounder. So, what do you think that would it impact England or same? It's a good replacement.
No, I think it's a good replacement, and I think that Chris Wokes, and this shirt that I'm wearing is actually Chris Wokes' shirt from a few years
Oh,
ago. I think Chris Wokes needs to be mentioned because he's a bowling all rounder, but he's also, he's very, very experienced and very, very reliable. Yes, Tom Curran will be good. He's got experience in the IPL as well. He's played T20 around the world. But I don't think you should forget about Chris Woakes. I think Woakes will be a very, very good addition to the squad.
Now let us talk about Root. There is also no Root in the team. Like such a great batsman, such a consistent batsman for England, but no place for him in the squad. Like he's been very consistent. We have seen him in India versus England series, smashing hundreds. So what do you think? He should deserve a chance, or is it fair that he's not in the squad?
No, I think he's already made it clear that his commitment is to Test match cricket, and T20 is probably not his priority. So whilst I agree with you that he is a very competent cricketer at every format of the game, I think that it's right that he's omitted from the squad and concentrates more on taking the field as captain of the Test team against Australia.
Yeah. So, sir, now as you mentioned, Liam Livingstone, I think he would be the X factor for the England team because few matches, or we can say few months, he's having the form of his life. But yeah, we have not seen him performing in the second leg of IPL. So, sir, do you think that he'll back in form, or what's your views on it?
I think he is one of those players that is hot, blows hot and cold. And so I think he's going to have, like every batsman, a run of form where he doesn't achieve the heights that he would like to. But he most definitely does have the X factor. He hit more sixes than anybody in the 100,
Yeah.
which was the new tournament in the UK earlier this summer. He batted really well for Lancashire in the T20 Blast and almost got them through to finals day. So I think he has to play, and I definitely agree with you that he has got the X factor.
Yeah, sir, perfectly said. Because I have seen him batting, smashing sixes out of the park. That's like it's been an honor to see him batting. So, sir, now let us talk about the key players for England in the T20 squad. So, sir, what do you think? Who might be the key players for England?
I think to begin with, at the top of the order, I think if Bairstow and Roy bat as well together as they have batted together in the 50 over format, I think that's going to set up England really well. Remembering that this is not in English conditions, but they both played in the subcontinent, so they're both familiar with those conditions. And I think that the way that Morgan has set up England's T20 and 50 over side over the last few years, it's all about playing fearless cricket.
Yeah.
So not being afraid to go out, play attacking shots from ball one, and knowing that you've got teammates that can bat all the way down, probably to number 10. So we know in T20 that the power play in the first 6 overs is really key,
Yeah.
and you want to maintain wickets if you can in that period. But I think England will go hard at opposition bowlers in those first 6 overs, and will try to put 70 on the board, 70 for one or something like that. And then I think in the middle overs you've got people like Livingston, Butler, Moeen Ali, who can all just destroy opposition bowling attacks. And then at the end, in terms of if you then turn our attention to bowling, I think we mustn't forget Adil Rashid.
Yeah.
I think Adil Rashid is still considered to be one of the best leg spin bowlers in world cricket, especially with white ball.
Yeah.
So I think he is going to play an important role in the team, as well as the pace man of Mills that we've mentioned already.
Yeah.
So and then we mustn't forget Jordan. I think Chris Jordan is one of the best death bowlers in white ball cricket. He's proven that in playing in every franchise tournament around the world. So they've got experience and quality at the top of the batting order, in the middle, and then they've got great variety with their bowlers, both at the front and at the back end of their bowling.
Yeah. So, sir, now as you mentioned that Ian Morgan has made a good setup that leads England team to play fearlessly. But what about Morgan's form? He's not in the form. Like he's not really in the form. He's not that consistent. So, is it a concern? Because if the captain is only not performing well, it somewhere impacts the team. So, what are your views on it?
I think it's true that he's scratching around for runs and hardly scored any uh, for his franchise in IPL. But he is incredibly well respected by his England teammates and the England management team. I think his captaincy, the way he leads his players, um, tactically as well as technically, I think he's one of the best in the world, but one of the best in the business. I
Yes.
think there's enough batting depth not to worry about his form too much. I mean, if he has one or two good innings, then he'll get back into form. But I don't think we need to worry too much about that because there's enough batting around him for that not to be too much of a negative impact.
Okay, okay, sir. Perfectly said. And sir, now let's us talk about the probable 11, the 11 you want to see in the playing one. So, sir, please tell me who are the 11.
It's very tricky for me to pick 11 because it would probably depend on the opposition and on the venue
Yeah.
and on the wicket. So I wouldn't be able to kind of say hand on heart this would be my 11, but I definitely want Bairstow and Roy to open. I
Okay.
want Milan to be number 3, Livingston, Morgan, Moeen, and Butler in the middle order,
Okay.
and then possibly Wokes, Willie, Rashid, and Mills. So I'll go with that as an 11, but it might depend on, is it day night, is it venue X versus venue Y, and it might depend on the opposition. So I'd probably pick a slightly different team depending upon those different factors.
Yes. Sir, you mentioned a very tough England team to play with. So, do you think that England can bring trophy to home? So, what do you think? What are the chances of them?
I think they've got a good chance. I think that they've got a lot of experience. They've got a great captain. They've got X factor in both batting and bowling, so they have got a really good chance. But it's going to be in tough conditions against some excellent opposition, of which India will obviously be favourites. But don't forget people like Pakistan and West Indies. And obviously New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. There's plenty of strength in this World T20. So England have got a great opportunity, but they'll need to play well in every game to bring that trophy home.
So guys, here we end up with the video. It was very nice having you, sir. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon to get the regular updates. So sir, you can tell people about your Instagram account so that they can follow you.
Yeah, we will do, and thank you so much for the opportunity. If you want to follow my social media, then Instagram and follow us at cricket_coach365.
So sir, you can also mention what is Cricket Coach 365.
So the Cricket Coach 365 is all about trying to provide opportunities for boys and girls of all abilities to enjoy the game of cricket wherever you are. But we've extended this to including content online via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, bringing communities of coaches around the world to share experiences, knowledge, and skills for the benefit of the children who want to play cricket around the world. So we also have a Cricket Coach 365 podcast, which people can listen to on Spotify and Google and Apple. And the podcast show is promoting women and girls cricket because as chairman of my local club, we're looking to start a girls team for the very first time in 100 years of the club's history.
Okay.
Um, and then and then we're looking to also do another podcast show, which has just started this weekend, which is about the importance of psychology in sport, whether you play at the international level or whether you play at grassroots level.
So sir, it's a very great initiative by you. So guys, also don't forget to follow my Instagram page, that is that Punjabi guy, to get the regular updates in Punjabi. So guys, hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching video till the end.